affect, it is infect, because it really causes, as you said, a contamination. And I know that we all understand when you're in business, we do business with who we know, like, and trust, right? And we don't get to jump that hurdle in any way. You might get a buy one time sale with that, but we don't get to continue to do business with that. And so one of the things that I teach with this is that in business, you people have to like you. And the thing is, if you don't like yourself very much, people aren't going to like you. I always couch it like this: is people cannot outlove you. And what I mean by that is, if I don't love myself, I outwardly am going to be showing that. It's going to come out through my words. I always say what circulates up here with inner voice comes out your mouth and out your pores. And then people have a pushback. They don't know why they don't want to do business with you, but they feel that from you. And so the more we love ourselves, it allows other people to love us. And in relationships, I say no one can ever outlove you. So if you are self-loathing, you will find somebody who will not be nice to you. They will not treat you well. They will not have, it will not be a good relationship, because you don't have the right relationship with you.
Uh-oh. Did you guys hear that? She may need to repeat herself. You don't have a good relationship with yourself. When was the last time you loved yourself?
Absolutely. And there's a lot of ways to do that. And I think people think I am, and affirmation statements and things like that are like trendy. They're not trendy. It's that your brain is consistently trying to execute whatever you tell it. If you say I am a piece of crap, it will execute and find things that reaffirm that that's what you are. So if you say I'm not lovable and nobody thinks I'm pretty, and nobody wants to do business with me, you will find people who will not do business with you. You're just going to attract it like a magnet, a crap magnet. That's what I call it. But you know what? You got to show up here with love for yourself. And if you just take a second and look at all the people who are uber successful, and you look at how they think about themselves, you'll find that that's true. They love themselves fully, which is what allows other people to love them and do business with them. Because what I know to be true is that when people love themselves fully, people will love doing business with them.
Now, Sherri,
Mhm.
because you have corrected me, and I appreciate it because I didn't realize. So she did it in
In
love.
love.
So do you offer some kind of mentoring or coaching or something to help us work through these bad behaviors that we have learned and developed over the years to get rid of them or at least minimize them?
Absolutely, I do. And actually, this process that I take you through, I invite you to join my Facebook group. It's called Wow Warriors. And you, Miss Cassandra, were instrumental in that word, wow. I kept saying to you, I want to have my tribe be something with the word wow. And I knew I wanted warriors. But we were walking in Chicago, going to eat pizza after a conference, and you said war on words, rolled right out of you. And I'm like, oh, that's it. War on Words Warriors. So that's my Wow Warrior tribe. Anyone is welcome to join that. I'm actually looking at potentially pushing out and having a Wow Business Warrior tribe, because I
Woo!
really want to have this space where I have professionals come in and teach on some business aspects. And I don't want to mingle the populations. I think it will be confusing. So right now it's just basically an empowerment group. I do talk about some of the concepts I teach in the book. I do have a mentoring program right now. I'm currently full, and I can't take any more people into that. So I'm sort of looking at some ways where I can do sort of more the group mentorship, which is probably going to show up like in the business side of it, like as I was.
See, you guys need to get, maybe there's a wait list for her next session or something. You guys need to, I mean, I'm serious. We got to do better with what we're speaking into existence. And we got to do better. We have to learn about how we speak about ourselves first because we're first, right?
And I've often heard it said, this is just like being on the plane and the oxygen mask drops. You put your own oxygen mask on first, even if you have a child with you, because you have to be able to attend to that child. And this is the thing in business, we got to get our own heads straight and we got to show up loving ourselves so that our customers can love us. Because otherwise, all you're doing is spinning your wheels. You might have some success, but you will never reach that pinnacle. You will never operate at that full potential that you have if that's what you're doing in your mind.
Everything starts with the mind. Everything starts with a thought. How
It
you think about, I mean, even when you woke up and you swung your legs out of the bed, your mind had to tell your feet and your legs, hey, you gotta be able to hold what's coming,
And
right? That
it's
upper
interesting.
torso.
It's
That
an
up,
interesting thing that you said that because that is actually the subconscious. And that's where a lot of Ivy gets her energy from, is your self-conscious programs, the ones that are running under the surface, the ones that are developed when you're 3 and 4 and you feel like you're not enough, or grandpa called you chubby and now you always think you're chubby, because like you heard it so much and it was maybe endearing, but that's not, as you got older, how you thought of it. It might not be that he meant it hurtfully, but subconsciously it stuck there. That's you becoming aware of those things in your subconscious. Just because they're subconscious and running on autopilot doesn't mean they cannot be changed. So one of the things I teach in the mentoring program is that choices create change.
woo, choices create change. Did you guys hear that?
And so here's
Choices
the thing,
create change.
change your choices and your choices will change.
I like it. She got, say it again, Sherri. Sherri, say it one more time. We're in church. Say it again.
If you change your choices will change. And
I know you guys are thinking about a whole bunch of choices you made.
That's right. And we don't get one. This is the one thing I do challenge my clients I work with. Listen, you are never stuck. There is no such thing. And there is no such thing as I couldn't do anything. I didn't have any choices. BS. They might all be crappy choices. One is less crappy. Doesn't matter. Make a choice. When you make that one, you're going to have a 10 million more. Instantaneously, you have more choices to make. Just because you make one, even if it's a bad choice, or it doesn't turn out to be the best choice, you get to make 10 million more. It's when you get stuck on, oh, why did I do that? That's the self-bullying. How about, well, that's what I did. What am I going to do now? That's where the power is. That's this part. Plugging your own power cord in and going, okay, well, that wasn't the best choice. Now what am I going to do about this? I have more choices. You have choices. And when you make choices, they create change.
Don't you guys love it? I remember, this is good because I remember it growing up. My mother would go, what do you want for dinner? And if we said, I don't know, she said, well, then you're not hungry. So you make a choice now or you don't eat later.
Right.
And I'm thinking, chicken, Chinese food, pizza, always pizza. And so we had to we couldn't say we didn't know. What she wanted us to do was think. And so and even if let's say I ordered I don't know, pizza and it was the crappy pizza, I bet you next time I'll make a better choice. Because guess what? If I can live another day, I can make another choice.
And actually, when you think about it, the very fact that you got fed and didn't go hungry was not so crappy, right? As we well know, there are a lot of people that don't have the benefit of having food every day on the table or have a choice.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's really hard choices. And this is kind of one of the things I try to do is just to make sure, like, how hard really is my choice? Is my choice I have to pay my bill or I can't eat for a week? That's a hard choice.
That's a hard choice.
Not, trying to decide what to eat is a much less hard choice. And sometimes putting it on I call it the number line of, people think that there's only a positive, but there's a way big bottom below -0, negative. So,
like when it's get cold in Illinois below zero.
Yes, that's right. It's sneaking up on us. So, thinking about where that lies, your choice lies, in the crap meter, if you want to call it that, like, is it really crappy, or is I just don't want to do it because it feels a little uncomfortable? And that's like picking up the phone if you have somebody you think's unhappy with you, or your service or your product. You know what? Being direct. You know what? Here's your choices. Well, I could just ignore it and hope it goes away and hope they don't tell anybody, or I could just call them up and have a conversation with them. And they might end up thinking, wow, what a great business owner, instead of, that was terrible. Make your choices,
We
and then
need to, Sherri, girl, you've been busy since the last time I seen you.
I have. You're right.
I need to attend the anti-self-bullying conference. And
No, I need to do one of those. I just was talking to somebody about that. I think I need to do a conference, a summit.
you know what? And we need to start speaking awesome words of ourselves and to our friends and apologizing for calling them fat.
Or even just corroborating and laughing. Like, you
Right.
know what? That's the thing. I'm not going to participate in that. I'm
Right.
sorry. I want you to say you're beautiful. And my line that I say all the time, and it's what I end the book with, is you are an unrepeatable miracle just as you are. You're an unrepeatable miracle. You're one in I think it's 400 trillion chance that you are exactly you, with the sperm and the egg that made you, your DNA, your profile. That's ridiculous. Nobody can be you. And this is one of the things I teach in business. Are you crazy? Nobody can do business like you, because you're one in 400 trillion.
Wouldn't you like to hear that on an Audible book, you guys? Man, Sherri, I'm sorry, about to give you some homework.
Right.
This is good. Oh my God. So Sherri, wait a minute. So what else I know we running out of time. Doggone it. Okay, so
Right. I would love to mention that, in fact, it's what I'm hopping to next. I have an interview for the One Habit series. It's One Habit for Entrepreneurial Success. And it's an amazing compilation. There's over 150 authors. And from Les Brown, Sharon Lechter, Frank Shankowitz, Forbes Riley, just so many amazing people. I feel so blessed to be in this book. It's actually the largest book of its kind. It's 820 pages. It is already an Amazon bestseller. It did drop today.
It's not bathroom reading.
No, but here's the crazy good thing. So there are 300 habits in this book. So there is a good habit that has helped propel us as entrepreneurs. Everybody in there is a business owner, all 150 plus people. And they also have an unhabit. So something that they want to stop doing. I'm sure you can imagine what mine is, but mine actually was specifically to stop self-bullying and couching it in self-deprecating humor, making it funny so it doesn't seem as harsh. So that's what my unhabit was. So we have a habit, something that we do every day that creates our success, and something that we do stop doing that helps create our success. So there are just enormous gems in this book. And I just encourage people to pick it up. It's not going to be something you read cover to cover. It's going to be something you might flip open and read this and really think about this one habit and this one unhabit for a week and focus on it that way. And then pick another page or read it cover to cover, whatever works for you. But
Well,
these
listen,
are all
guys,
successful people.
I know Sherri has to run and I want to respect her time. Listen, Sherri, how do they reach you now? This podcast will be on YouTube on my, so you can go to Cassandra Bradford on YouTube. It will be there, and I'll send you the link. I'll post it also on social media. But Sherri, how can they reach you about the book, your mentoring, a wait list, the conference?
Right. They can actually go to sherrileopold.com, SherriLeopold.com. Or you can send me an email at sherri@sherrileopold.com, or reach out to me on Facebook. Or Instagram, I consistently check those things, LinkedIn. And one of the things that I'm really excited about is I'm starting to be able to speak at corporate meetings, and I love that. I just did one for a direct selling team and last week, and also corporate insurance. meeting that was all women. It was fantastic. And I'm like, this is what I love, because it allows me to be the domino to create that forward movement. So I love
So,
that.
so you guys, I know it's exactly 12 o'clock. Sherri has to get to her next interview. Sherri, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. I am going on to Amazon. How do I just go onto your website somewhere, Pape, so you can autograph mine and send
Either
it to me?
way, well, I know I'll send you an autograph
Send me
copy.
a link or whatever. And so you guys need to get this book on self-bullying. Please get the book. And so that's all for now. I'm Dr. Cassandra Bradford. You've heard us first on Business First, and I'll see you guys at the top. Bye.
Thank you.